Forbes, and we are live. Yesterday, I messed up the stream. Hopefully today that doesn't happen, but let me know if I'm messing shit up on the stream. The chat is there, everything's active. Even though I can't even see the fucking chat, to be honest with you, but we gonna definitely figure it out. Let me see if I can put this full screen. Yeah, that's we lit. But anyways, I got my man joining us out of Santo Domingo. He just landed out here. You know, he's a legend in the streets, my man. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about Carmelo Moten picking Thanksgiving over, real life. You know what I mean? Boxing. We got Xander Zayas calling out Virgil Ortiz. We got Boots not going. 2025 not starting off good. But let's get into this.
I got so much fucking design on right now. I got so much fucking design on right
now. Yo, my guy was good.
Yo, Norms, talk to me, baby. You already know it's your boy, the Maniac, and I'm here, baby.
Some boxing been a little kind of wild lately, dog. Like I've been seeing some interesting things going down. You know what I'm saying? In regards to just boxing in general, a lot of stuff that was getting planned for 2025 is not looking good. You know what I'm saying? Boxers not making weight. We're going to get into all that stuff. We got Kid Austin and Shakur. Is it going down? Is it not going down? How's Oscar feeling? Oscar coming to Eddie Hearn? Well, we're going to start off with what just transpired. And it's kind of interesting, but we're going to pull this up real quick. Michael Benson reports Carmelo Moten has explained why he came in at 15.8 pounds overweight for his fight tonight, which has now been canceled. I want to apologize to everyone that was coming to watch me fight. I've been going back and forth with the commission about my blood work passing, and as of right now, they lost my blood in their system, which meant the fight was unlikely to be sanctioned. I've known this for the past 3 days, so there was no point in killing myself to make weight. They still made me weigh in for some reason, and they decided that the reason they were going to cancel the fight. Now, I mean, my guy, I mean, I don't know at this point if that's a valid excuse. First of all, you were fighting on Saturday, right?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, today. You were 16 pounds overweight on the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, look, bro, he said his blood work was lost. I mean, come on, dog. Let's just say it wasn't lost. You were going to lose those 16 pounds in those 3 days? Like, why wasn't you in shape for this fight? Like, I mean, I don't even know how to take that at this point. I mean, you tell me, bro. You tell me, please.
No, man. Listen, first of all, that's very unprofessional on Team Morton's side. Because you're going to sit here and tell me that you knew the blood for 3 days. You knew that your blood was missing and it wasn't going to pop up. So why make weight? I think it's a deeper story than that, Norms. I think that there was something else that was brewing, and they decided, now we're not going to go along with this fight. And this is the reason. 15 pounds? That's crazy.
Nah, bro, like, to be honest with you, dog, like, I feel like not only that it was unprofessional, bro, but, dog, like, you just starting off, bro. Like, you are just cracking the game right now, and everybody wants to see you. And the crazy thing is, the majority of the people that are going to that event are going to see you in Philly. Like, that's not a rumor. That's the facts. They want to see you. So for you not to actually be in the building is absolutely wild, bro. Like, I'm like, dog, like, you have to take some type of ownership in that regard. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, bro, like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be a star. And this is the difference between, let's say, a Gervonta Davis or guys that came up and became stars. He's kind of instantly a star, especially with social media. Floyd's putting a lot of things behind him. I mean, even his first or second fight, he was doing this guy. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's a disrespect to a lot of people in the game, bro. Like I just don't understand how he allowed this to actually happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Again, we don't know the true story behind this, but the bottom line is it was unprofessional on his side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, in regards to him moving forward, do you feel like people are going to be turned off? I mean, at the end of the day, to me, it's like he's the guy, so he's going to get preferential treatment in this situation, right? They're gonna, it doesn't matter. Whoever his opponent is, they don't care. To be honest with you, I mean, as a professional, what do you think?
Yeah, as a professional, it's bad. You don't do that. Again, like I mentioned it earlier. As far as moving forward as a fighter, he's fine. He's a potential superstar, and his opponent is somebody we didn't even know about. Now, this was him against a name opponent, a big fight, main event. Yeah, it would have been some smoke behind that. But since it was a fight that he's supposed to cook, there's really it's not going to be a big outcry regarding this, but it's still unprofessional on his part, him and his team. I didn't like that.
Nah, it was kind of wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I really felt like, it could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? It just, to me, it just rubbed me the wrong way, especially as a fan. Like, I'm like, damn, dog. Like, first of all, you showed up 16 pounds over, which is crazy. Like, 16 pounds is absolutely insane, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's for your opponent. That's crazy. For whoever is involved in the situation. But he is CURMEL Moten. He'll probably be on the card in another 4 weeks, and people will forget about it. I mean, that's pretty much what it is at this point. Like, it doesn't matter to him because he is the A side of the situation, and I just don't like the excuse. I think the excuse was absolute BS, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
look,
yeah.
it was a card promoted by Danny Garcia in Atlantic City, which had a lot of fighters. Keith Cologne was out there as well. He was fighting. You got Carmelo Moten. These are two fighters who have, bright futures. So now a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, bought tickets to see Carmel fight. So this happening, it is whack, but this is what happens in boxing. Unfortunately, this is not the first, and this won't be the last.
Yeah, no, it's definitely whack. To everybody that missed out on that, we're gonna see. But there's other people on that card. My man Joseph Brown was on the card. I wasn't able to get to watch, but another big prospect coming up. He's on there. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the results of that. I don't know the results of that fight yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Also, in more news, we got Boots and this dude's drama, Virgil Ortiz. Apparently, there was supposed to be a what's it called? It was supposed to be a mega card on February 22nd with a lot of names, and so far, Zepeda's not on the card because of an injury. The man himself, Boots Ennis, came out. That's what he's saying. What's your take on that?
Listen, I call cap when I see it. First of all, there was some big names, people in the boxing industry that said that this fight was verbally agreed to, right?
Yeah.
People that got strong sources. I'm gonna believe it. Verbally, nothing signed. Rumor has it, I'm not 100% sure, that his team, Boots, wanted this fight at 147. There's no way Virgil could make 147, Norbs. You even said it, Boots. Your promoter even said it. After your last fight, you said 147 is not for me anymore. Your promoter went right behind you after you finished interviewing and said, yes, 154 is looking like the destination for us. Virgil, Boots, big fight, nice payday on a huge card.
Why, why,
Now it's going down.
why do you think Boots wanted it at 147? Because they're saying he wanted it at 147, right? And we all know Virgil moved up to 154. Why would he want that fight at 147?
Because it's simple. Virgil Ortiz was sick, trying to make 147, trying to take these pills, got him sick. Reason why he had to move to 154. There's no way. So they knew if we tell them at 147, there's no way this fight is going to be made. They just didn't want the fight. They got to call it like it is.
Yeah. Man, I mean, I'm a little disappointed because I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the fights that I really wanted to see. And to not get that fight, to be honest with you, is really disappointing. And Virgil Ortiz actually did respond. I mean, what do you think about that?
No, man, Virgil's a warrior, man. He's a fighter that he understands that he's Mexican, American Mexican. We know how they style of fighting is. They're warriors. He has that same kind of style, that same kind of mentality, and he's there for the smoke. And I'm disappointed because I do hold Boots to a high regard. I see Boots as one of the top fighters in boxing. So him and Virgil is a huge fight, a fight that Boots could quiet the naysayers from his last fight.
Yeah.
If he could go in there and beat someone like Virgil definitively. But now we're not going to get that fight. Which direction does Boots and his team go is going to be interesting. And who's going to be the villain for Virgil is the question.
Now you said something that's kind of a segue that I wanted to get into. Ortiz. I don't know if you guys heard me, but Virgil Ortiz, Xander Zayas said he accepted the fight. Now, I don't know if they made an offer. He said something about an hour. Let me double check that. He said they gave an hour to say yes. His response was in 1 minute, and he said he agreed to fight Virgil Ortiz. Now, Xander Zayas is one of our beloved Boricua superstars that we're hoping to come up. But is it too early to put him in the ring with a lion like Virgil Ortiz? And is that a great replacement for Boots?
Yeah, man, that is a great question regarding is Xander Zayas ready for that kind of animal at 154? And I'm gonna say, yeah, man, they've been moving him well top rank. I mean, how long you gonna keep him in the crib, man? You gotta take him out the crib, put him in the living room, man. It's time to play with the big boys.
Yeah.
And Virgil Ortiz, don't get me wrong, is a fight that I will favor him against Xander, but it's also a fight Xander could win, man. He's very smart. He could box. He got very good boxing ability. He just doesn't have that pop that I would like him to have, like those normal Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
But he's a hell of a boxer, smart, and has good defense. So it'll be interesting. I want to see it. I think he's ready. Does he beat Virgil is a different question. I don't know. I would slightly favor Virgil, but shit, if Xander say he's ready, let's do it. Let's do it.
Nah, I'm absolutely with you on that. To be honest with you, it's kind of wild too because my man, this guy Edgar came out actually. He just said something very interesting. He said in regards to shout out to Edgar Gonzalez for chatting. He says this was supposed to raise Boots' stock, but this makes him look bad in my opinion. It does make him look bad. Makes him look really bad. But the replacement, in my opinion, if Xander Zayas were to go in there, let's say win that fight, it kind of puts him in the mix at 154 on a serious note. But for Boots, again, Boots did not have a performance that everybody wanted to crown him as the next guy. There's not a lot of guys at 147 that will be able to raise their stock like a Virgil Ortiz at 154. I feel like Boots, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to stay at 147? Is he going to clear that division? Is he going to go to 154? I don't understand what is the big dilemma at this point because, listen, and if you're trying to bring up your stock, I think unifying at 147 is not going to get him the money he wants. Let's be honest. It's either you fight guys like Ryan Garcia with a name to maybe bring your stock up, maybe a guy like Blair the Flair, bring your stock up, and then go to 154. And now you got popularity mixed with whatever going to 154 with the opportunity. But I mean, Virgil definitely to me was a guy that would a legitimate 154-pound fighter. He came up just like him from 147. And it's unfortunate, man. I mean, Boots takes another step back. That's what it is. He takes another step back, bro.
And it was going to be a good payday, man. It was going to be a good payday. Trust me.
I mean, clearly, I mean, listen, how many guys are jumping out the window when Turkey Al-Asik pulls out his wallet? They're jumping out the window. They're like, screw the game plan. We've had Oscar De La Hoya complain about it. We've had Bob Arum complain about it. Clearly, Turkey Al-Asik is paying these guys a lot more money, and these guys are jumping at it. What is Boots Ennis waiting for? Is he waiting for an invitation? I don't understand what his camp is doing at this point. And if you want a name, you had a name and you had somebody respected in Ortiz and a check. I don't understand what the dilemma was in regards to why that fight did not happen, and it's very disappointing if you're a fan of Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But again,
it is.
Yeah.
Because it was a card. There was a major card. It's supposed to be headlined by Daniel Dubois making his first title defense against Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
Also, they wanted to put Better Be Bevo 2
Yep.
as the co-main event.
Shakur.
And Boots, Virgil Ortiz as the fight before that. Shakur Schofield as the fight before that. And then Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz. And then opening the card, they wanted my man Big Bang, Zalil Jang versus Kabayet, who's an undefeated heavyweight. So that call was be bananas.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and this is the thing, and this is, I mean, people praising Turkey Al-Asik, and I got to praise him as well, for trying to make these cards happen. But this is the problem with that. And I ran into this with battle rap. I was very big in the battle rap market. I created one of the biggest leagues in the world. And what ended up happening is that I learned through battle rap that regardless of how much these guys are getting paid, they're always looking over to who's getting more. And that brings up a big problem. Why is he getting more than I should get this? And now it raises and raises the more check. And then especially when you see somebody with deep pockets. Listen, Turkey Al-Asik can pay everybody. He could probably pay $1 billion for the card and not lose sleep at night. Seriously. Like these cards are costing a lot of money. There's no way that he's recouping this money. And he's lost money. Multiple times he's come out and said that. He's lost money. So to me, I mean, I think ego's playing into a lot of these things that are going on in boxing right now. There's money there to be made. It's kind of tough. And like I'm looking at Boots, like Boots. What is wrong? Like you want to be that star. You want to be that guy. Bud is never going to fight you. Let's throw that out the window. Bud is never going to fight you, right? But at least you got some names around it that you can make some money. Is it about the money? Is it about the legacy? He has to decide something now. Because if it's about legacy, go out there, get the divisions, get the belt in the division, unified, and jump to 154. If it's about securing your family and everything that goes along with it, take the names and move up. I mean, that's what I would do. But on the flip side of it, again, I'm definitely hyped to see Xander Zayas now in the mix. Everybody was looking at it as a prospect. You know what I mean? Now they're looking at it as, as a potential guy, you know what I mean, that can be a major name at 154. You know what I mean? So 154, like you said, the Sharks in the it's a shark infested division. I think people, when it comes to speaking on Boots, they're gonna question if he wants that smoke. That's what's making him hesitant, because that's where it's at right now, 154. I believe that's where it is. I mean, you got Fundora, you got Boots. I mean, you got Bud Day, you got Ortiz, you got Xander, you got. I mean, you keep naming names. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys. So, to me, it's really disappointing. Charlo. I mean, yeah, you got Charlo. Yeah, you got Charlo. You got a lot of names in that division that make sense. Shout out to my guy Wildcat. Listen, there's too many names for Boots. There's too many opportunities right now for Boots to be not in the mix with these names. And you know, it's sad because, bro, you're not getting any younger. Don't make the same mistakes everybody else made. There's too much talent in those divisions, to waste your time, unless, you know what I mean? So
I agree, man. Listen, like you said, he's going to have to make a choice eventually. He's already 30-something fights in his career. Who's his biggest win? Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's there you go. So he needs to step it up.
Yeah. Do me a favor, stay in that spot, stop moving around, because when you start moving around, we start hearing echoes. I just want to give you a heads up on that. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move forward. 154 stacked. We all know that shit. But another big announcement was made. Another big announcement. My best friend, the guy I cherish most in this world, my guy Tank Davis, March 1st. It goes down at the Barclays Center versus Lamont Roach. Pay-per-view. I know you're going to be in the building. You told me you're going to be in the building. Tank versus Lamont Roach finally announced, gets a date, March 1st, supposed to happen in December. For whatever reason, they pushed it back to January. Then they said they were going to put it on the Benavides card, and now I guess he said, nah, I don't want to be on some of this card. Let's go to March 1st. Barclays Center, what's your take on finally an announcement going down to where it's at and the location?
Yeah, no, New York is a big fight city. Tank, they come out to see Tank. You got the tri-state, and then you got the DMV.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hours drive away from New York City. So it's going to do numbers, especially if they price the foot right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be in there, four corners boxing. Norb's is going to fly up here.
Yeah.
He'll be here because he's best friend with Tank.
Yeah, I plan on walking Tank out. I actually really do like Tank, so let's get that out the way.
No.
I would love.
I like it. I like the location, but as far as the fight, let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
We know what's gonna happen. Tank by stoppage. No more than 5-6 rounds. Lamont Roach is a junior lightweight moving up.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned it. I wouldn't favor any lightweight, that's 135, or any 140-pounder to beat Tank. Not saying he cannot be beaten. I'm just saying I won't favor anybody. Let alone not even to bring somebody up for 130. Come on, man, cut it out.
No, listen, I'm with you. I think Tank wins by knockout. I've heard some people trying to make a case for Lamont Roach. They say his style. He's had a few fights at 135, whatever. I just feel like it's and again, I think just the fact that this fight was pushed back so many times, and I think it shows that maybe, just maybe, that some of these fans are getting tired of the Lamont Roaches, the Rolly Romeros, and those type of fights. They want to see Tank be great. Tank brutally assaulted me on Twitter for just asking if he's a Hall of Famer, okay? And listen, Tank is the best 135-pound fighter, talent-wise, but does not have the accolades in order to really stamp that. People just want to see Tank be great. It's like you got a favorite player that just got drafted out of the NBA. You want to see that guy become the greatest. You want to see him win a championship, right? These are things that people want to see. And me personally, I would love to see Tank Davis be great. That's just what it is. I want to see Tank be great. My man just fell off. I don't know what happened, but I want to see Tank be great. I don't want to see anything more or less, man. Listen, Tank is who he is, okay? March 1st, it goes down. Oh, my guy, you're back. I don't know what happened to your camera. You're back. I don't know what happened to your camera. I don't know. So, that's just pretty much what it is, guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat right now giving an input, and I'm gonna read some of these questions in the chat. Let me get that right here. Let me see. Noise, what up, Real King? What's good? No reason why Tank isn't a Hall of Famer. He isn't active enough and hasn't fought the top competition. I'm a fan of his, so this isn't hating. No, absolutely, Edgar. Listen, Edgar. We all believe that Tank is a talented individual. We all believe that. There's no doubting that Tank Davis is that guy. We just want to see him be great. Similar to when we had what's his name? If you're an NBA fan, Allen Iverson, when he got drafted, I wanted Allen to go against the best. I wanted to see him compete against the best, be the best, win a championship, so you can grow with that story, and that's all we want to see with Tank Davis. Now, does this go into him maybe going into maybe fighting some of the other guys at 135, maybe unifying, then going to 140, fighting a Tiafimo? I mean, we all hope so. We want to see the best of the best go at it, and that's all you can ask for, man. Like, and again, Tank, we love you, dog. We want to see you win. We do. We really want to see Tank Davis win. So, we're going to see it. But March 1st, it all goes down on pay-per-view. I haven't seen anything about the undercard yet, but, announcements should be made soon. I don't know what happened to this guy. Let me just double check. Hold on. I don't know what he did. But, yeah, we on that. We're going to move forward from that. Questions in the chat. We got also coming up, I'm going to address this Kid Austin situation. Kid Austin's dad came out, and this is a weird situation, actually. So Kid Austin and Shakur Stevenson have been going at it for about 5-6 months from the last Kid Austin fight. They were going crazy. Kid Austin ends up fighting against, what's his face? I forgot who his name is, what his name was. Doesn't do as well as we expected, okay? Ends up losing, actually winning the fight, getting dropped in the fight, falling off the stool, but ends up winning the fight. Shakur makes fun of the situation, takes from there, whatever. Now, from there, let me see if this guy's back. No, he's not back. From there, Shakur was supposed to have Zepeda, whatever. Now, recently, they accepted verbally the fight online. They were going back and forth. He said that he accepted the fight to Oscar De La Hoya dropping his clapback Thursday, in which he basically referenced that he does not want to see Kid Austin fight him. In fact, took shots at Shakur for taking a prospect instead of chasing a belt at 135 and critiqued him heavily. Now, Kid Austin also stated with his father sitting next to him with a smirk that they was offered a lot of money by Turkey Al-Asik and he wants the fight to happen. And then he ends up dropping this right here. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
What?
Listen, Kid Austin's dad brings up a lot of good points. And listen, when you're a top prospect like Shakur Stevenson, those are the things that you are going to face. Those are the things that people are going to say about you. This is how your promoter's supposed to build you up. Was being built up by Bob Arum, ends up being a free agent and leaving the situation, but still looking for those type of fights. So, listen, has Shakur been impressive in the last couple of fights? No, he's been kind of boring. We all know this. He's been chasing Gervonta, can't get the fight. He wanted Devin Haney. They said the 75-25 was too much to give up. These are a lot of things that have transpired with Shakur Stevenson. But the one thing that we're not going to say about Shakur Stevenson is that he's an average fighter. This is a very, very talented boxer, in my opinion. He's one of the best out there. He's an individual that would be favored if these two individuals were to fight. Like, let's not act like that's not the case. He will definitely be favored in this fight. And to be honest with you, I do believe Kid Austin would be a challenge for Shakur, simply because stylistically, I feel like his style kind of fits what can give an individual like Shakur problems. You know what I'm saying, in regards to being up in your face and those type of things. Now, my big thing is the experience. I think Kid Austin is very green, although he does have a style that I believe can give Shakur a lot of problems. I just don't believe that he will. I mean, I don't think he understands how Shakur IQ-wise is. Shakur is not going to take a lot of risks. And there's something that happened in the last fight that really made me feel like this is why it would happen. Even when he started off the fight, he was jabbing, got frustrated, went back to his old practices, and got caught. Listen, you can't make those type of mistakes against Shakur. Now, again, Shakur's not a big puncher, but he can hurt you with accumulating punches and frustrate you when you can't find him in the middle of the ring, when you can't just smother him. These are things that Shakur does, and Shakur has went out there and stopped fighters with a lot of punches. So to me, I definitely believe that Shakur and Kid Austin could be a very good fight, a very competitive fight. But I just feel like at this point, if this fight were to happen, I would favor him over Kid Austin by a lot, simply because, the experience, and we're not going to act like this guy, Shakur Stevenson, is somebody that's very easy to hit. So to me, I think, although I would like to see the fight, and I believe Kid Austin's pops definitely deserves to get this paycheck, and Kid Austin does as well. But sometimes you may want to, I think you may want to take a fight or two to benefit your son more. I think this benefits more Shakur taking the fight at this point in his career, simply because he won't be as good as a fighter. But at the end of the day, if the payday sets your family up secures your family's legacy later and financial status, and if that's the most important thing right now, then you do it. It all depends on that right there. But to be honest with you, if I'm Kid Austin, if I'm his dad, I would definitely try to push for this fight to be made a little bit later. But I think it looks like it's going to happen, in my opinion. I think it will happen. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to say about that. Also, like, Eddie Hearn versus Oscar De La Hoya, to me, that was absolutely, it was crazy. I don't know if you guys seen that clapback Thursday. Oscar actually ended up taking it down. And in that, Oscar actually calls out Eddie Hearn. And they've been having their back and forth. They've been doing a lot of different things, going at each other. But did Oscar cross the line is something that I have to question. And what I mean by that is this. In the original clapback Thursday that was there, Oscar De La Hoya references a female that Eddie Hearn is dating, right? And this female happens to be a female boxer, and basically alleges or whatever that after the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight, he was promoting the girl, not justifiably, because he should have been promoting the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano 3 or something else, but started promoting the girl and was showing him favoring the girl. But not only that, I mean, listen, you want to put that out there for whatever reason, that's on you. But what followed that to me was a little crazy. If you do know that he is with that female, he ends up actually bringing up something about Eddie messing with other females, kind of throwing shade on that relationship. So to me, I don't understand what's going on between Eddie Hearn and Oscar. At first, I thought it was a little competitive, jab here, jab there. Oh, you're a silver spoon kid, you're this and that. Listen, I get it. But sometimes you have to draw the line at one point, and I think he really, really kind of crossed the line in that regard, to be honest with you. And I got a lot of respect for Oscar. I was very surprised that he actually did that, to be honest with you. He said, Mailman, what's good? He says, Boots, duck, Virgil Ortiz. Listen, man, I don't want to agree with you. I just feel like, and let's go back to the Boots situation. Thank y'all for tuning in. But to be honest with you, man, with this Boots situation, it's kind of rough, right? Because you want to see Boots be great, right? You want to see Boots, fight the best of the best. Boots is in a situation where there's no other stars in his division, right? There's nobody where you would be like, yo, you need to fight this guy and that'll get your buzz up, unless he fights a Ryan Garcia or Blair the Flair. But those names aren't going to get you the legacy, right? Let's say. They're going to get you notoriety. Now, with Boots, you have to understand, is it the legacy that you're looking for here, or you want to become a superstar and get those bags a la Gervonta Davis, a la Ryan Garcia, a la Canelo Alvarez, right? So if that's the case, right, you might as well go take Ryan Garcia at 147. Maybe those are the things he's weighing. Go take Blair the Flair, and a press conference is probably gonna garner a lot of trash talk and a lot of people going in, whatever. Now, Legacy 154. There's a lot of sharks in the waters over there. There's a lot of good fighters at 154. Maybe you go and beat these two guys and then say, hey, let's go to 154. If you're not going to unify, you know what I'm saying, at 147, or you're not going to take these names or these guys that can kind of bring up your profile, then go to 154. So I think it's a dilemma. Now, him trying to bring back Virgil Ortiz to 147, if that were the case, and I'm going to pull up actually again what he said, Boots. This is Boots' actual... Seeing that, when you say that, who was speaking for Boots Ennis? Is he having issues with his camp? What's leaking out? If he's not involved in these conversations, then who is? How is he unaware that there's negotiations going on with a possible fight versus him and Virgil Ortiz? Somebody has to answer this, and we're gonna find out, I guess, in the next few days. But again, this is a big decision that he has to make at some point. And again, we all want to see him be great. What is Boots Ennis going to do? I'm going to put it up there again for those that did not see it. But Boots... Let's not do that. Let's, whatever. So I don't know. Boots has not had a good year in regards to making moves. Remember, it doesn't make any sense. I'm with you, bro. I'm totally with you. It makes absolute zero sense, and I think, he's in a fork. A fork in the road at this point. He has to make the right decision for himself at this point. He has to make a decision that's going to make the most sense. And again, is it legacy? Is it money? Is Boots great enough to be a superstar? I think he has the talent to do it. I'm a Boots fan, man. I think he has the skill set. He's been receiving probably the most criticism in his entire career in recent memory. Like, this is the most I've ever seen him critiqued. But listen, what comes greatness, what Spider-Man said, comes great responsibility, or whatever the hell it is. Boots is in that situation, man. I mean, some of these fighters, not a lot of fighters get to the level of excitement as a Boots, and Boots has to make that decision right now. Does he take a big risk and fight the bigger fighters at 154, or does he fight a guy like Blair Flair, who's still a risk, got a name, but isn't a champion at 147? So we're gonna find out soon. Hopefully, sooner than later. That card that was supposed to be loaded at 140, at actually 140. Sorry, February 22nd, is not. It doesn't look like it's shaping up anymore, man. So that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I hope you guys like this new wave that I'm doing here. It's gonna be super dope. I'm gonna be doing other content like this. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, boxing. It is what it is. 2024 going into 2025 is going to be very interesting. There's a lot of big fights on the horizon. I'm waiting to see what Canelo's going to do. I want to see what Berlanga's going to do if he's going to fight Canelo. I'm sorry, Caleb Plant. There's a lot of good that's coming out of boxing this year. So to me, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Blair Cobbs is definitely a tough fighter. I mean, you can't deny that. You can't deny that he's a tough fight. You know what I mean? You think he's going to move up? See, this is my problem with him moving up, okay? If that was the case, you should have fought Ortiz at 154, right? Let's be honest. Yeah, I see the Japanese guy was talking crazy. If you want to go to 154, you haven't tested the water, you got to kind of, you got to see if you can take that type of punishment, right? He did take a lot of punches in his last fight. There's things that he needs to work on. So to me, there's some things. Is he ready for 154? He has the body for it. He has to be more defensive. He can't be taking those type of shots against those bigger punches at 154 pounds. And again, I like Blair Cobbs. I think Blair Cobbs is the perfect opponent for him, period. I don't care what anybody says. I believe Blair Cobbs is a guy that can really add to his popularity. Listen, Blair Cobbs when he fought Adrian Broner, I didn't want to see Adrian Broner. I'm going to be honest with you. But I ended up watching the fight. Why? Because he made it entertaining. He made it extremely entertaining. And, he puts the pedal to the metal in terms of marketing the fight. And this could be a win similar to what guys were fighting guys like Mayorga. And I think he's a better fighter than Mayorga. But Mayorga's made money for people because of the antics. Now, Blair isn't as disrespectful as a Mayorga, but Mayorga slapping Shane Mosley's wife on the ass sold that fight. This guy bringing the puppet to the Adrian Broner conference was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I like the fight at 147. Mailman says Boots could barely do 147. He looked hella drained. I don't know. Yo, Mailman, I don't know. Listen, 154 is no joke, bro. There's a lot of good fighters at 154 pounds. So he's going to have to make a decision that's going to pretty much, it's gonna set him going this way, or he can hit a wall. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of good fighters at 154, man, and it's not gonna be a lot of easy nights for him at 154. I mean, listen, we've seen Bud. Bud is arguably top pound for pound fighters in the world. Went up to 154 his first fight, and he didn't. He still won the fight, but a lot of people had him losing. And we're talking about Bud Crawford. Listen, the 154 is nothing to just ignore. It's a big division, so I think it's a big decision that Boots has to make. Like, he really has to make that decision. My man, Positive Vibes in the building, aka Moeed in the building. That guy gives me all the exclusives, Xander, Zayas stuff. But listen, we're gonna see. Boots definitely, again, got some smoke coming. We're gonna find out what he's gonna do. But I'd like. right now. Now, again, I'm Puerto Rican biased in that situation. I like Xander Zayas. Is he ready for somebody like Virgil Ortiz? That's a good question. That is a good question right now. You know what I mean? But Xander did say he wants the big fights at 154 pounds. And there is a lot of fights to be made at 154. Now, again, I don't even know when that tweet was. I know it was made sometime today. I don't know if there's any validity to what he's saying. If he did say yes and this is possibly going to happen, I wouldn't mind if Xander Zayas were to fight Virgil Ortiz at 154 pounds. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, that's major. To be honest with you, especially at 154, if Boots really wants Crawford, he should fight Madrimov. Listen, I don't think Madrimov's a good fight for him. Madrimov is a dog. He's a legit dog, bro. Like, I think people need to understand that, man. Like, you can't just ignore the fact that, Madrimov gave Bud a lot of problems. Like, he really gave Bud a lot of problems. Like, very awkward. He's a good boxer. You know what I mean? So, to me, hold on. Xander Zayas has accepted an offer to fight Virgil Ortiz on February 22nd. Dan, the boxing man, actually just announced that. Now, again, I don't know if this is actually confirmed. Okay, guys? If Xander, if this is an official announcement, would I be excited for that fight? Absolutely, especially if it's February 22nd. Turkey Al-Asik said, he's trying to make a mega card. I'm reading some tweets right now. Rick Glazer just wrote, whoever this guy is, I don't know if he's a legit whatever, but he says, Boots Ennis is a fraud, now pulling out of your proposed riot. I can't say that shit. Virgil Ortiz, September 22nd. And right as everyone in boxing knew that Virgil couldn't easily make that weight. Listen, criticism is coming. So we're going to see. But Xander Zayas, it's going through Twitter right now that he did accept an offer. Now, I can't confirm nor deny it. It's just a lot of rumors going on the internet right now. When something is confirmed, I will definitely get back with y'all and let y'all know. I'm going to look at the comments, see if anybody wants me to address any of these things. Real quick, let me just check into the chat. Appreciate everybody. Xander looked huge, pause, in the last fight. Yeah, I mean, Xander's a big guy, man. Again, man, the 154-pound division is bananas, man. And, they got a young kid coming up, Joseph Brown, who he told me, this is what he told me, he's at 154 pounds. He told me he fights tonight. I don't know what transpired in that fight, but I'm assuming he knocked dude out. But he's saying he's going to be going for a belt in a couple years. He feels like he could bang with everybody up there right now. So I'm looking for my guy, Joseph Brown, to come out there and start putting in that work. I want to see his name up there soon. So 154 is loaded. We're going to see what's up. But on that note, man, I'm going to let y'all rock out. It's your boy Norbs. And I'm definitely going to be doing this, doing a live show. I think I'm going to do every Tuesday and Thursday. So I appreciate everybody. That's going to be the main thing. Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. But I will be doing lives like this. Anybody have any other things they want to send me, email me. We can address it. We can talk whatever subjects. We'll make it happen. But again, this is the 10-8 podcast, and we're continuing to grow. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. What's that? Milton is you talking about Moten? Moten missed weight. That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. He addressed that shit, right, Mailman? That shit was crazy. Like, I was like, what is he talking about, bro? Like, shit didn't even make sense. Yeah, Carmelo Moten addressed that shit. He's young, man. He's I don't know, he's 18 to 20. I don't know how old he is, something like that. But I don't know what's going on in boxing. But again, man, please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notifications. Make sure you like, share everything. I rock with y'all. Love y'all to death. It's your boy Norbs, and we are out.
I got so much motherfucking design on right now. Every time, bring it back, nigga, come out, I got 3 old thoughts,